Kenya can be able to execute projects the size of 2 standard gauge railway lines per year if only it plowed back a minimum of 20% of its GDP to development of the local economy. This is according to TransCentury Group CEO Dr. Gachao Kiuna, who says that the fastest growing economies of the world, such as China, Malaysia, and Singapore, have hinged their growth on this platform, as well as leveraging local companies to execute projects, which has not been the case in Kenya.
If you do 2 standard gauge projects in terms of volume per year and bring in the domestic industry, how much you're actually going to drive the domestic economy, domestic growth, jobs, GDP growth, etc. So the mistake really will be that if we don't bring on board the domestic economy together with these projects, because we miss then an opportunity to basically recycle the capital and build our own domestic institutions.
Kiuna says local financing institutions such as insurance companies and pension schemes have been reluctant to fund long-term infrastructure projects.
There really is a gap in terms of the ability to raise long-term funding for large infrastructure projects, and the natural owners of these projects in terms of investment on the debt side should really be our long-term asset managers, our pension funds, our insurance companies, etc. Right?
He says the fact that a company the size of TransCentury conducts only 10% of its business with the government is not a good sign for the growth of the local economy in terms of creating jobs and recycling of local capital.
That's not a usual situation to be in any country, so that really needs to change, where domestic companies are really doing a lot more with government, which has historically not been the case.
TransCentury, which last year made a loss for the first time after cancelling its deal with Rift Valley Railways, says that it is focusing on infrastructure projects. Nicholas Ndwati, News Hour Business.